you guys, I'm back. Okay, so I'm redoing the recovery options and pricing. This was a video that I accidentally deleted, so I have to make a new one and re-upload it. So, pretty much, your recovery options are extremely important. Your aftercare is the most important to ensure that you get the right results and that there aren't any complications that can occur that can be fatal. Um, so I know a lot of people that I've seen on Real Self, they're like, okay, well, I've only stayed for like a few days, for a week, and then, I've flown back home. Oh my gosh, I have this issue. I really don't have the money to fly all the way back out there. Just a lot of things come up. And so it's important to be able to find recovery for there where you're going to be at for surgery. Simply because if you have any procedure where drains, stitches, or bandages or things need to be removed by the surgeon, you will need to stay there until that time period passes and you have those things removed or changed. I was looking up different recovery options. I ran across recovery houses and also a few caregiving companies. Good thing to keep in mind, caregiving companies seem to be the least expensive. I know in my old video I mentioned Pearl Recovery Retreat. I know they charge $50 an hour for their private duty nurse. Another place charged $22 for an unskilled caregiver and $35 to $45 for a skilled caregiver. I don't know why they would have an unskilled one, but whatever. So then I found this great place called Pasadena At Home Care, I think it is. And they're in California, and it's $23 if you're doing like 5 hours or more that you need your caregiver to be there. If you do less than 5, like say 4, then the price goes up to like $24.50, I think. It doesn't go any higher than that for any lesser hours. It's just 4 or below, it's going to be $24.50 an hour. If you need a 24-hour nurse to stay with you, until you do your pre-op and until you come home, it's $250 a day. So, pretty much, if you got a private duty nurse, whether it was at the Pearl Recovery Retreat place or at your home, that would only be for 5 hours, which you can get for a whole entire day of 24/7 is only worth 5 hours at one of the retreat places. I mean, it's ridiculous. They charge a lot, $800 to $900 a night, into the thousands when you start talking about weeks and things like that. It gets extremely expensive, and it's really hard for people to want to be able to recover anywhere because they're like, it's too expensive. So that's why I started looking into kind of some caregiver places in the area. And, I just called and asked, and it was like, oh, it's 23. And it was gonna be 23 per hour if I had it for 2 weeks, and I had the caregivers for 2 days. It came out to like $18.80 or something like that. But anyway, it was less than $2,000 for like 2 weeks of care with 2 days of 24/7 care. So I was just like, wow. So definitely that's something you want to look into. You want to look at all of the recovery places that'll be in whatever area or location your surgery is going to be in. I know personally, my surgeon, Dr. Hughes, his facility next door to them, they have a place where there's massages and things. So you can, go and get lymphatic massages. I hear those are great. They drain a lot of fluid from your body. You will have to pee a lot after them, but I hear a lot of women feel a lot better after them, and some of their results or lumpiness get a lot better over time. So that's something I would think to look into. Again, it's called Pasadena at Home Care. Um, and hopefully, if you guys look in the description box, there will be links to my Real Self profile, which you can click on, and I will have written it in there. So yeah. Alright, you guys. Thanks.